Hello, everybody, and welcome to the midweek debate. Yes, Casey, we are back, man. We are back. We are back.
Yes. It's good to be back. It's good to be
Yeah,
back.
and today,
Midweek
we.
debates.
Sorry, I'm
Go on.
cutting you short. I'm cutting you short because I'm that excited. Okay,
Yes.
speak.
We are still buzzing from the win, Yeah, our last match we won, so we are still happy. We are still buzzing. And guys, welcome to the midweek debates. As usual, with me, United background, UKG. You know him already. KC Rias, and today we have a special guest, Fred United.
Hello,
Fred
everyone.
United. Come on, Casey.
So
Why am I
happy to be
clapping
here.
on my own?
No. Let me look for that. Let me
I'm
see.
so here with you guys.
Okay. Yeah. Fred, how are you?
I'm good. I'm quite excited. Very, very excited. It's good to be here with you guys.
Yeah.
Good to have you too. It's good to have you too.
Yeah. And before Casey, we actually continue with the live. We just hit a major milestone. You know, Fred, this platform is growing at a rate that Casey and I are unable to actually fathom. We recently hit over 10K followers on Facebook, guys.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's a huge milestone, man. That's a huge milestone. Yes, that's a huge milestone. And you know what, guys? We can't do it without the UKG community. The UKG platform has been growing, and we are barely, now 6 months old. We are barely 6 months old. We started in July.
Wow,
So the platform is growing, as well as it's good to see Casey's platform growing, Fred United platforms growing. So if you guys haven't followed these guys, what are you waiting for?
Yes.
So make sure you also follow these guys. So today we are just going to have a very interesting debate. Of course, today Casey takes the lead, but let me just kick it off by asking, guys, AFCON. What is AFCON without drama, guys?
Yes.
What is AFCON without drama?
It will be complete.
So at the AFCON, we have to give kudos to Morocco. The stadium organization was top notch. It was excellent organization from the stadium to the hotels. There was nobody complained about the organization of the tournament per se. They said it was world class. I think where people had issue was with of course, Africa has to be Africa.
Yeah.
We all love to win. Some of the officiating was very bad, especially games that one time is a mistake, 2 time coincidence, but 3 times something is wrong. You understand? Something is wrong. The officiating was very, very bad. Cameroon complained. Eto got so upset. He started shouting at them. He started shouting at them. I think the CAF president, he was fined 20,000 and suspended for Eto. That was before the Nigeria game.
Imagine.
That was before the Nigeria game. Yeah. And we now played Nigeria, and of course, we watched it here too. I think we did a live stream here, and we saw how it was. Every 50-50 calls we are giving to Morocco. There's no way you will tell me that in 120 minutes of football, intense football, Morocco didn't get a yellow card. It's not possible.
True.
It's not. There's no place it's possible. But then what happened at the final happened. But yes, we might say the Senegal coach was standing up for what is right, but the rules are the rules. What he did there does not show sportsmanship. No matter what, you don't work out from the pitch.
You don't work out. True.
So many things happened. Morocco supposed to win that cup. Yes, there is injustice, but no. There is injustice, but you don't fight injustice with injustice. You understand? The rule of football said if anybody walks out, you have lost the match. That's the rule of football. They did not say come back and start again. That's not the rule. If it's Arsenal, Manchester United, we won't be judging it like that. If Chelsea walk out of the pitch, they will give us the cup. We can't say
Mhm.
Chelsea, we've changed our mind, come and play. That's the rule of
Yeah.
football. But a lot
Mhm.
of us, a lot of us didn't care about the rule because of it's Morocco and the whole of Africa, especially West Africa, East Africa. In fact, we had Black Africa United. Black Africa United, and
Mm.
it ended the way it ended. But all in all, good tournament. Good to see Sadio Mane, his last AFCON, and he showed real leadership that day, finishing it on a high. That is what every footballer wants. Finish your
Mm.
career, your last game. You are winning the AFCON. That's very, very huge. So that's that.
True. True. Yeah, I agree with you in terms of rules are rules. I also think the inexperience from the Senegalese manager was showing. He's still young, still
Yeah.
emotional. He needs to be measured in his reaction. Because asking the players to walk out, because actually when I saw it happening, I started taking videos to react to it, and I was like, okay, now in all seriousness, though, you don't do that. You don't do that. Furthermore, it's not really guaranteed that a penalty is a goal. Penalties are 50-50. It can be a goal. It can be a miss. And then the other thing is what are you risking? Because right now they are risking sanctions. They are risking being banned
Not
from
going
the
to World
World
Cup.
Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a young manager who was quite emotional, and what he did was ill-advised. And the guys around him, his assistant coaches or managers, looked experienced. They look like elderly men who can actually tell him, "Hey, calm down." But all of them were like saying, "Get out of the pitch." It took
And
Sadio
Yeah.
Diaz.
Mane to call the players back, and it shouldn't be like that. I wish it was the other way around. I wish it was the other way around, where the captain tells the players to come out, then the coach is like, "No, you have to respect the game, be on the pitch." But AFCON drama is not there. Was it the last one where the game ended in the 85th minute?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, Fred, what are your thoughts on the AFCON drama?
Well, AFCON is never going to be short of drama. If we are being honest, there's always
Mhm.
going to be one drama or the other. I think the general consensus is that whoever is hosting the AFCON is always going to have an advantage over other clubs, and we literally saw it in play
Mhm.
throughout the AFCON, which is quite wrong in my own opinion. It's very, very wrong. It should be corrected, regardless of if you are the host or not. We should have fair play all through. So yeah,
Yeah.
that should stop. Regarding the Senegalese coach, I am torn in between. I understand from the perspective of a fan, but like you said, they are professionals. They have to keep to the rules. The rules are the rules, so you have to obey to the latter, regardless
Yeah.
of the results. Now, was he right to be angry? Yes, he had every right to be angry, to be upset, to
Mhm.
feel cheated. But was he also right to tell the players to leave the pitch? No, that was completely wrong. And two wrongs don't make it right. The Moroccans were wrong, the Senegalese were wrong. So there was no win-win situation in all of that. But I am still happy Senegalese won the AFCON, regardless. Like every other
Mhm.
content I've said, football won on that day. Everybody
Yeah.
wanted football to win the results.
Mhm.
So that's my general take on all of that.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. To me, it's good for Senegal to win. What I didn't like, and we must highlight, is the racism that we've seen uh,
Mm.
between the North African countries and the rest of Africa is worrying. Is worrying, and it's an elephant in the room kind of discussion. A lot of people don't want to highlight it, but we must highlight it. I mean, Casey, at UKG we have that unfiltered talk.
Yes.
We have unfiltered talk. But what I found interesting is the North African countries, that is Libya, Algeria, Morocco, Egypt, not I wouldn't say so much of Egypt, but when you look at the first three countries, most of the time they don't want to be associated with the side of Africa that is black. They want to be treated as if they are from the Middle East or Europe. We've we've seen Morocco not wanting to be part of AU. They left, I think, for over 30 years, then came back.
Yeah. They applied to European parliaments, but they were rejected. That is why they came back.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you look at that. Then the other thing is, even those countries, the four countries, they hate each other and they are sharing borders.
Yeah.
They hate each other.
I didn't actually know that though. I didn't actually know that. But against Algeria, I think the Egyptians, they were supporting Nigeria. I was like, why are you supporting Nigeria? Why not support?
They hate themselves.
No matter how we banter Ghana, if Ghana is playing Morocco, we must support Ghana.
Sure.
No matter how we banter Ghana, Uganda, Cameroon, we must support them. You know, any other time we say is left to us, you know, but we support your own. But
I don't know that mentality though. It's quite saddening, honestly. It's not a cool thing to do. It's not a cool thing to behold. I don't know why that's the case, but I think it should stop. Someone suggested in one of the post I was reading that Moroccans should be stripped off from Africa. They shouldn't play the African Nations Cup again. But that would be sad due to all that happened during the African Nations Cup. That would be sad. That would not be cool because they are Africans in the end. I just feel we need to find a common ground. Every African nation should find a common ground for us to all coexist and have fair play, especially in football, which is what brings all of us together. Football is just good. So I really do not know why we still have this in 2026. It should be corrected. Moving on.
Yeah, it's not a nice thing, number one, to have guests in your country and you're treating them the manner in which they were treated. How do you cancel flights? How do you cancel public transport, security, all that? And these are guests in your country. You know, based on African culture, you give your guests the best treatment. Yeah. I actually saw that video that they were fighting off what is his name, or basically Senegal's backup
goalkeeper for Senegal.
I
was so embarrassed for Hakimi. Even Hakimi, if he's against Real Madrid, can you go to Courtois post and take his towel? Hakimi, you are a small player. You are.
For any reason at all, you shouldn't do that. Regardless of if your fans are telling you they want something, it should not be done because it might be misinterpreted. Because I saw another video where it seemed like the fans were asking for something and he was trying to understand what they were asking for. They asked for water, but it wasn't water. Then they asked for the towel and then he threw it to them. So regardless of what it is, it's not something that should be done because it might be misinterpreted, it might be misconstrued, but he did it regardless. So I don't know. A professional player doing that is nothing to be proud of, honestly.
Yeah. So let me read a couple of comments today, guys. Casey is running the show. Casey is running the show because I want to rant today. I want to rant. Today I want to rant. So I'm leaving Casey to handle the show today. So a couple of comments. We have United Talks podcast. He's in the house, guys. United Talks podcast is in the house. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. He says, shout out to my guys, UKG, Fred and Casey. Big up my brother, big up my brother. He says, in the end, all we want is world peace. It's like wanting something you can never have, you know. I don't think there'll be a point where we will have world peace, because I mean, you look at someone like Trump, he's picking fights with every country in the world. He's picking fights with every country in the world. So, Fred is also there in the comment section. He's saying, finally, United Talks podcast also adds and says, I was impressed with Mazraoui's response to all this. It shows it shows his different mentality. Can you imagine if Mazraoui was the one in Hakimi's position?
Stealing towels. We won't hear the end of it.
Ooh,
That would
my
have
word.
made the tabloid headline for Manchester United for 2 weeks back to back.
In fact, it wouldn't have been Morocco's player. It would have been Manchester United's Mazraoui.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
He would have basically been linked to United instead of Morocco. And then finally, Mazraoui would have been cooked for life. That's United Talks podcast. So, Casey, I'm done. Now it's your show. Take it over.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, all of us are still buzzing from the win. Manchester United 2-0 win for against Man City. Not just because of the results, because we played very well. We saw the Manchester DNA. You understand? We saw the aggressiveness, the counter-attacking United. You understand? So, what do you guys think about the win? First of all, what do you guys think about the win? Is Manchester United back? Fred, let me start with you. Is Manchester United back?
Okay, that was an impressive win, if I'm being honest. It was very, very impressive. I loved the way we played on that day. I enjoyed the game. It's been long I enjoyed such games. So, yeah, I was happy with the win. Now, are we back? United Talks wanted to hear what I was saying because I did a video regarding.
Yes. I saw his comments. You said you reserved some comment. He said you should say it. You can say it here now.
So I would love to say, in all honesty, I'll be looking forward to the next 3 games or the next 4 games before I can say we are back, because we've seen it before. I would like to classify this into the new manager bounce. So until we play 4 or 5 games and I see the consistency, then I will say we are back. But for now, we are just starting.
Okay, we are just starting. So you are saying it's too early?
Very early. Very, very early. Let's not put pressure on Carrick and his team. Let's just allow him to cook.
Okay. So what do you think, KJ? Are we
First
back?
of all, I would like to say massive win. I mean, I did the watch along alone. Sorry, Casey, I didn't invite you for that. Next time, I'll make sure we are doing the watch along together. It's just that actually I hadn't planned to do a watch along, but for some reason I got home early, so that's why I didn't text you. So sorry, guys. Sorry, guys, to the UKG platform, and I apologize to Casey Reacts. I owe him a drink. I owe Casey a drink.
Okay.
Yeah. So first of all, I'd say I was very pessimistic about that game. If you started the watch along with me, I was like, we ain't winning this. United ain't beating City. Then I looked at their lineup. I looked at their bench. I was like, there's a chance. Then I said, oh, let me first see the 15 minutes, the first 15 minutes, because the first 15 minutes usually sets the tone on who's going to dominate, who's going to have more chances. And in the first 15 minutes, Manchester United had 3 big chances. The Donnarumma with 2 big saves, and there was a post, the crossbar, Maguire's header to the crossbar, Then after that, I saw the United of old, which is sit back, hit on the counter. And it was an exciting game to watch. Donnarumma kept them in the game. City could have lost 7-8-0, They didn't have real chances of attack. The entire game, I think they had 2-3 shots on target. So it's a massive win, first of all. Let me just say, it's a massive win. It's a derby game. It doesn't really matter whether you're in the relegation zone or you're fighting for the title. You must win a derby game, especially at home. Now, when it comes to the question whether United are back or not, fans are being delusional, man. Fans are being delusional. It's just one game. It's just one game. And how many times have we seen this from United? I mean, last season, we beat City 2-1 at the Etihad. Then what happened later? What happened later? So, to me, it's just one game. Guys need to calm down because I think fans are being delusional. If I'm being honest, United are not back. United have always performed well, even under Eric Ten Hag. United have always performed well against big teams. But when it comes to the likes of Fulham, West Ham, Everton, that's where now the problem sets in because now United have more of the ball and they are facing a team that is sitting deep. So against City had the ball, 68% possession. United didn't have the ball and they won. So the question is, if United now face Fulham, face West Ham, face Everton, are they really going to have the same sort of counter-attacking performance?
So that is a very, very big question. So let me ask you guys, which player actually impressed you the most in the last match? Which player stood out?
Okay, Fred, start. Let's hear from Fred first.
I would say Bruno Fernandes, but I mean, it's not as if I have not seen this Bruno Fernandes before. He flourishes when he has people to do the dirty work for him. But when he's asked to do his primary job, which is be a midfielder and create goals, most times you might just find him hiding. So the system we played in the last game helped him flourish and bring out the best of Bruno Fernandes. So he was the only one that impressed for me, in my opinion.
Okay. Okay.
I'd go with Dogu. I'd go with Patrick Dogu. I mean, that guy was everywhere. He was defending, tackling, he was attacking, he was everywhere. He also had good crosses, good passes. He made Semenyo look like an academy player. Semenyo look like an academy player. Dogu was massive in that game. He was confident. And I think moving forward, Dogu should no longer play as a fullback, whether it's left or right. He should just play as a winger because Dogu seems to perform well as a winger. And you see, the wingers we need wingers who can attack, and we need wingers who can defend. The only thing that I would like Dogu to improve on is in terms of cutting in and taking the shot at goal. And we've seen when Dogu plays with confidence, he can actually be one of the best wingers, if not fullbacks, in the world. And he's at the right age. He's not yet at his prime. He's still developing. So for me, man of the match for me was Patrick Dogu. I do agree Fernandes was massive. Fernandes was good. But what I've found out about Fernandes, similar to what Fred has said, is also Fernandes, if the team plays well, if Fernandes is not moaning and groaning, you'll see the best of Fernandes. But if Fernandes sees the team is struggling, he moans, he groans, he complains, he throws a fit, and then all of a sudden he doesn't play well. I think for Bruno's age, he needs to be more measured in his emotion. He needs to be more measured in his emotion because we've seen whenever United lose, Bruno is having a bad game and he's the captain. He needs to be lifting the other players up. Another player that I would like to highlight just briefly is Brian Bumo. Brian Bumo is a star. Brian Bumo didn't have a good game, if we are honest. He was not getting the balls. The balls he was getting, he was not able to control. He was really not having a good game. But he still kept trying. He still kept working hard. And eventually he got his goal. What do other players do when things are not going their way? They sulk. They fade out. We don't see them in the game. So Brian Bumo, to me, that's now a United player. Cunha, my word, Cunha. Oof. Casey, you know what I was about to say.
Yes. I already apologize to Cunha. It's good to have different profile of player in the team. You understand? Now, in the last stream, we are talking about who was going to challenge Cunha actually, because this is Manchester United. We need players that, even if they are good, they can sit on the bench and play. Like in the last match, Cunha started from the bench, and when he came in, he made an impact. Dogu was. Now we are thinking about Rashford. You remember, UKG, we are talking about maybe Rashford can come back and compete with Cunha. But if Dogu continues the way he's going, who knows? Probably, like he said, if you work on the technical aspect of his game, the crosses, the cutting in and shooting, if he works on it, he can actually be coming in from that right wing. Cunha they can be interswitching. Like I said, these days I don't care who sits on the bench. What I care is that Manchester United wins. If it takes Bruno to sit on the bench and we get results, I'm fine. If it takes Ahmad to sit on the bench and we get results, I'm good. I don't care who starts, who's not starting. All I care about is a team that will get us the 3 points. Try as much as possible to get us the 3 points. So I like what I'm seeing with Dogu. He should just keep working hard. Thank God he's not English. Thank God he's not English. So probably they won't hype him as much as they would have done. I know what would have happened if he was English last week. He would have been making headline from Monday to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I thank God he's not English. They won't hype him. He just keep a calm head and work on his game. I'm talking about working on games. Okay. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, and part of the reasons why I was saying that United fans, not all of them, some of them are delusional, is we saw Kobe Mainu have a good game. Then we write off every other bad thing he has done or every other poor performance he has had. It's like, you see, the problem was the coach, the problem was the system. And everyone on that day, even Dalot had a good game versus City.
Yeah.
So the reason as to why I want United fans to actually be grounded is United fans, most of them have delusions of grandeur, where they are like, oh, we are back. Carrick is the one, give him the contract. We shouldn't see Carrick as the same as Ole. The same mistake can't happen. But it's only one game, for crying out loud. The other thing we need to consider is City were beaten last night by a very, very low-level team, Bodo Glimt.
They were demolished.
I said that in the comment section. I said that in the comment section that City's loss yesterday has just discredited Manchester United's win in the weekend because they even won by close to 1. So that means it was a fluke, sort of. So I don't know why we are so excited in the end.
It puts our win into perspective, because now United is back. Is it that United is in crisis? Is it that we are really back, or that Man City is in crisis? Are we sure we won because we are back?
But Man City are in crisis. Man City, KC, are in crisis. Guys don't want to admit. That's why they keep spending like crazy. They have spent what now? 600, 700 million pounds over the last 12 months or 18 months. Look at their bench versus United. Look at their bench. They had more academy players that Amorim did when the players were away at AFCON. They had 2 goalkeepers on their bench. So yeah, I'm seeing here Kimi up saying Bodo isn't an easy place to play. But we're talking about City. We are talking about Man City. We are not talking about United as it is. We are not talking about Tottenham. We are talking about Man City. Guys who've won back-to-back Premier Leagues 4 times in a row. Guys who've won the treble recently. Guys who have a big squad. Because it's the same discussion Fred and Casey we've been having. United are a big team, and they shouldn't have been beaten by Grimsby. And it goes to show any team can be beaten by any team, you know?
Exactly.
But now when it comes to now the context matters. When it comes to the context of United beating City at Old Trafford and 3 days later, they go to the Champions League game and they are beaten. Then it starts now building up that discussion of, were they really up for it in that derby, or is there a major issue that Pep has? And when we were off air before we went live, I highlighted, I think Casey, you asked what's happening with Pep, and I said, to me, Pep is going through a creative block. Every top manager goes through a creative block. Every person goes through a creative block, whether it's at your work, whether it's an artist, whether it's an actor. Everyone goes through a creative block where you run out of ideas. Recently, we've seen teams playing the Pep way, building from the back, possession based, one fullback cutting in to become a midfielder. We've seen all that. That tactic has been replicated across all Premier League teams, and it's like now we are asking Pep to beat his own tactics. So yes, it was a big win. It was a big win versus City, but United fans need to look at the context, need to look at the other external factors that resulted in this win. Because City, honestly, the last I saw a statistic that in the last 5 games, City have only won 2. City have only won 2. So United are not back. I'm sorry, but for me, you guys might disagree. The guys in the comment section might disagree with me, but United are nowhere near back. Are nowhere near. Yes, we might go to Arsenal, beat them, which is really, really difficult to beat Arsenal right now at the Emirates, because Arsenal play a very good mid-block. City played a high block. We played a low block. Now we are going to play a team that doesn't play a low block as much as it plays a mid-block. And if we are dependent on counter, right now Arsenal can mix it up. They can play on the counter, they can play possessional, they can play mid-block. And that's why Arsenal have been the most consistent team. The other thing that I found interesting, guys, is teams are having a difficult time in the EPL to get 5 wins in a row. So United's strand better start going to the salon, because teams are not getting 5 wins in a row.
So it's not just a United problem.
No. Every club this season is struggling generally. Every club is struggling.
Wow.
Yeah, Nicholas is telling me on TikTok, we played well and won. You are not happy. Shut up. I think you've just joined the stream, because I started by saying I'm happy we won. But now in the context of United are back, no, we are not back. I'm happy with the win. Trust me, Nicholas. I'm happy with the win. But now coming up, Fred and Casey, to say that United are back, we are going to top 4, we are going to win the league. That's being delusional.
Yeah, that's being delusional. And because of the win, you could see the atmosphere at Carrington, Old Trafford, and we are hearing news of the players are happy. Of course, the fans are happy. All of us are happy with the win. But you can see, like the players, they were really excited. Kobe was with the shirt off, happy. Everybody was smiling. Do you think Carrick's arrival brought like a new kind of atmosphere around the club? Are these people now saying that they're happy that Carrick is gone, or they've moved on from, like, Amorim is gone, or they've moved on from, have they moved on from Amorim?
Well, like I said initially, I think for the first time in a long while, we are having the new manager bounce, which is everybody is excited. We are suddenly playing very well. We can win everything and all of that. I think the major thing we should be concerned about is how consistent are we going to be throughout the course of Carrick's time in Manchester United. Because with his excitement, yes, they have every right to be excited. Especially Kobe, he didn't have a chance to come to play under Amorim because he had to compete with Bruno Fernandes. But now Carrick is back, and already Carrick has projected him as his star boy as his major midfielder in Manchester United. So of course it has elevated his morale. He wants to play, he wants to impress, he wants to show what he can do. And let's not forget, he wants to go to the World Cup. So
Yeah.
those things are making him to be excited to play. Now, can he maintain this form? This form we saw against Man City. Can he maintain this performance throughout the second half of the season? Can they maintain this performance throughout the second half of the season? And of course, we've seen it with this Manchester United boys. When they play the big games, they come up and they play. They might not win the
Mm-hmm.
game, but they play very,
Mm-hmm.
very well. They are excited. They want to show that yes, they are not a small side, that they are a force to be reckoned with. But when when we need them to show that same force against the smaller teams,
Yeah.
they just go to sleep. So until we play a smaller team and I see that same performance, I'm not even hyping them at all at all.
Yeah, and speaking of manager bounce, I was talking with Kimi, and in the last I was a conversation with Kimi. He said I asked him why didn't we have a manager bounce, when Fletcher was there. You understand? So he said that what he thinks is because there was no certainty with Fletcher, so the players maybe they didn't come out to play because I mean he's just going to be here for 2 games. We don't know if he's going to be the manager or not. But with Carrick, it's different. You know that this man will be here for 6 months, so there is a kind of certainty for with Carrick. So the players came out to play. So that is why we didn't have our manager bounce then. Probably that is why we are having it. I think we are having it now.
Yeah, one of the things that I would say about the new manager bounce, as well as the excitement, the good performance, is at the end of the day, I like this comment from, I think it's Kimi. Yeah, Kimi on TikTok says, but a leopard cannot and will not change its spot. Can't trust these players. It's the same thing we've been. Yeah, it's the same thing we've been saying. It's the same thing we've been saying. And the revisionism that we see in United will never end. Will never end. We have a derby game, regardless of whether it was Amorim on the bench, Fletcher on the bench, or let's not say bench dugout. Whether it was Amorim, whether it was Carrick, whether it was Ole, whichever manager you place there, these guys will want to show Old Trafford faithfuls that we will beat City. That's a fact. They can't allow City to beat them at Etihad and then come to Old Trafford and be beaten by City. So the new manager bounce is also dependent on the next 3 to 4 games. As I told you, Casey, in our previous live, I said we will see whether Amorim was the problem in the next 5 fixtures. More so, Fulham, Tottenham. Those 2 games will actually tell us whether Amorim was the problem. But one thing that frustrates me the most is Amorim was sacked 2 weeks ago, and we are still comparing notes. He was sacked 2 weeks ago. Amorim out has got what they wanted. He's been sacked. Amorim in us, we didn't get what we wanted, but we are still not mourning over Amorim, even though he hasn't given us a statement. But we've moved on. We've moved on. He was sacked 2 weeks ago. We are not comparing notes. We've moved on. Because at the end of the day, the guys who supported Amorim, like myself, we wanted him to succeed. I wouldn't want someone who works for the club I love to fail.
Yeah.
So you guys, you are happy that Amorim failed and Carrick is succeeding, and you keep revising that. You keep comparing notes. What for? Is it an ego thing? Do you feel nice that Amorim now is being proven wrong? It's been 1 game. You're saying that Kobe this, Kobe that. To me, Kobe had an average game, average performance. He just did 1 dribble versus Semenyo. All of a sudden, he's prime Kaka. No, it's just 1 game. Yes, the excitement is good, but be grounded, man. Be grounded. So yeah, the comment Casey about new manager bounce. It's good to have a new manager bounce. It's the first time we've seen a new manager bounce for a while. But at the end of the day, I really don't trust this team to put in a consistent performance. I don't trust this team at all. We've seen it even under Eric Ten Hag. We've seen it even under Eric Ten Hag. This is not something new. This is just history repeating itself. We need to wait for the next 5 games. If United go on a winning run for 5 games, then start getting excited and saying, give Carrick the job. But we know these players. We know how they think. We know how they operate. And United are always one mistake away from conceding a goal. They're always one silly mistake away from conceding a goal. So, yeah, the other thing is about the World Cup. Right now, the World Cup squads are being formalized or drafted. Let me say drafted. So players will put in a good performance so that they get to the World Cup. So there are a lot of variables, but at the end of the day, I've seen a discussion about if Dogu plays winger, who plays left back. Same problems, guys. Same problems. Right now, you've asked who plays on the left. Is it Cunha? Is it
Dogu?
Dogu? Now we have Sheshko in. Sheshko now, will Sheshko be starting on the bench? He didn't play the City game. Is it Mbumo? Now if Sheshko starts, who is benched? Is it Mbumo? Is it Ahmad? Same problems. The guys who love Ahmad will start complaining the same way they were complaining about Kobe. So it's the revisionism is just crazy. Let me tell you one. I thought Arsenal fans were delusional, but I'm starting to see some United fans are more delusional than Arsenal fans. If I'm being harsh, guys, if I'm being harsh, because we don't know what we want. We don't know what we want. It's like we are more happy players playing than actually winning games. It's more about players and managers than United winning games. It's more about player FC, manager FC. Like how are you proud your previous manager failed and a new guy comes in, proves your point right? How do you feel proud? To me, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm talking about the same problem under Amorim that Carrick is going to place in. That's the personnel problem. Lack of quality players, even lack of adequate personnel, which Amorim that was part of this why Amorim was said, get me players. Apart from change formation and 40, get me players, and the board was headstrong. Now we are hearing reports of links with so many players. We heard the one about the secret meeting with a secret midfielder. We are hearing reports of Manchester United making a bid for Ruben Neves. We are linked with Sadiki, Ndidi, and Loftus-Cheek. What do you guys think about all these transfers? I've not seen where they are linking us with a wing back or a right back or a left wing back. So what do you guys think about all these transfers?
Okay, before we actually go to that segment, the comment section is blowing up. I think it's worthy to read some of the comments. Kimi Apps, good to see you, bro. Big up, bro. Saying, I want to see how Arteta faces United. United's attack. I want to see how Arteta faces United. Attack United and we will punish them. Yeah, true.
He won't attack.
By then, they won't attack. They'll just use haram football like they did at Old Trafford. If Arteta is more cautious, then it's gonna be tough. United Talks podcast says Martinez, Maguire, Bruno Fernandes, Ahmad, and Mbumo. I think he was naming a squad there. Let's see some other comments. Kimi Apps is saying if Dogu is playing as a winger, then we have only one recognized left back at the club, which is Shaw. True, as we keep saying, the squad is still thin. It's still the same, regardless of which formation. Still have the same issues. Now, the fact that Bruno, Casemiro, and Mainu played, we only had who on the bench? Ugarte.
Yeah, Ugarte.
And Mount. Same problems. Let's see.
Are we even going
United. Sorry. Sorry, Fred.
I was asking if we're even going to count Mount as extra midfielder, if they're even going
No,
to play him as a midfielder other than a winger.
no, he's more of a winger, number 10. United Talks podcast says Cunha has always been good. Casey, that's it. That's to you. Cunha has always been good.
I won't hear the end of it. Just cut on one video.
Fred, I don't know whether you watched that KC rant on Cunha. KC ranted like 3 minutes about Cunha. And then you know what? The next week, the next game, Cunha dropped a perfect performance. So I told Casey, you have to apologize.
Again, another one. And I did a video to apologize to Cunha. You know?
Yeah. Isaac Mushanti, good to see you.
I was in my feelings.
Yeah. I keep telling you, Casey, be grounded, man. Yes, you can react, but don't overly react, you know. Don't be emotionally volatile like some United fans. Isaac Mushanti, bigger bro, saying, finally, I'm here. I had missed this fantastic show. Yeah, it's good to be back. Good to see you. Let's see some other comments. Isaac Mushanti says, the fact remains United played well in the derby despite City form. That's true. They played well. We are not saying they didn't play well. We're saying they played well, but it's only one game. We can't say United are back based off of one game. Kimi Apps says, you don't win anything with a poor defense, and that City defense is suspect. True. That's why they're spending that crazy money. Pep has been going through it for almost 2 seasons. Yeah, creative block. Teams have changed the way they play. The other thing also I failed to mention, guys, is Pep didn't have information about Carrick. He didn't have scouting reports about how Carrick plays. He had to go back to when Carrick was at Middlesbrough to check how Carrick plays. But this is United. It's different team, different profile of player. So based off of all those factors, Carrick had the upper hand because basically you're playing against someone you haven't played before. The scouts have to go back to Championship to scout how he plays. So Pep didn't know how to prepare for the game. And you saw second half, City were more settled than the first half because at least they were reading the game in the first half and were able to counter most of the thing. Kimi says if Gehi is paired with Kusanov, maybe that defense can improve. That is true. But City are having a lot of injuries. I don't know what's going on there. Fred, he's on the live and he's also chatting. So men can multitask, guys. Breaking news, men can multitask. So Fred says, but they might still need time to gel. That is true. Nicholas is saying, I think let me read it. There's when we win, you complain. We don't win, you complain. You are delusional. Nicholas, I don't know what I've done to piss you off. I just gave my opinion, similar to the way you're giving yours. But
Nicholas, here we try to keep things simple, please. Mutual respect.
I think Nicholas joined the live when I was complaining about the delusions. He didn't listen to the first part where I said I actually celebrated the win. So the good thing about the UKG platform is we agree to disagree. So Nicholas, let's agree to disagree. Yeah, you say I'm delusional. I say I'm not. I'm not complaining about the win. I'm happy about the win. So that's that. Nobody can convince me that we didn't play well against City. Isaac Chati, no one says we didn't play well. No one says we didn't play well. What you are saying is, if City were beaten by Bodo Glimt, did we really face a strong City team?
Yes, that's what we are saying. We are not saying Manchester United didn't play well. Manchester United had a very good game. Carrick did well, set us up very well. Bruno buzzed the midfield. Everything went well. But can you really say we are back? We are back. Manchester United is back. If Bodo beats Man City, that's what we are saying. We're not taking anything away from the team or from the boys. You understand? That's why we said here, okay, let's take it one game at a time. We won Man City. Okay, let's try to play Arsenal. Then let's try to play Fulham. Then we will see like 1, 2, 3, 4 games. Yes, then we cannot say okay, since we are back. But right now, we can't say we are back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's been hurt by me saying United fans are delusional. I think he took that personal.
Oh, okay.
I think guys have taken that personal, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be delusional at times. It's like when you see a beautiful lady who's out uh, of your league, you can try, but your boys will tell you, guys, you're being delusional. There is no way that chick will accept you, and it's okay. You try, you fail. United talks. I like this comment on Derby Day. Form goes out of the window. Yes, it does. Remember when United beat City 4 times under Ole? Was it 4 times under Ole? What was happening in the other games? United beat City in the FA Cup final, and City were on the and were in form. I think they had won the league that season. Yeah. So let me see. We've moved on, but the journalists are bringing us back. They are preposterous. United talks. I don't think United fans who are Amorim out have moved on. They are feeling proud that they've been proven right. Hence the revisionism. Every Amorim outer will always find a way to bring us back. Tanjay. Yes. And the funny thing is, the guys who wanted Amorim in, I heard Fred saying that he wanted Amorim to stay. We've moved on. We've moved on. We've absolutely moved on. And I don't think there is anyone who was Amorim in who wanted Fletcher to fail or who wanted Carrick to fail. At the end of the day, we want United to win.
Of course.
Yeah. Exactly.
Then, finally, Tanjay, my question is, can we replicate it when it comes to smaller teams?
That's the question.
That's the important question. That is the important question. Can we do this against small teams?
Yeah. So Casey, I've even forgotten what you wanted us to discuss. Sorry, guys.
Okay, yeah, we are talking about the transfers. What links with Ndidi and Loftus-Cheek? Do you think these are good signing?
Let me allow Fred to respond first.
I think I saw something by I think Awesome posted something in the group, and he said Fabrizio updated that every link we had with regards to any player is false. The link we have with Ruben Neves is off. So at the end of the day, we are not buying any player in this transfer market. I don't know the credibility, and I mean anything can happen. It's Fabrizio, but like Kimi Yaps have been saying, and like he prophesied, that we are not going to sign any player this January. So I don't know. I'm just going to just keep my I'm going to keep my mind open. If we sign any player, fine. If we don't sign any player, I mean, we just have to support the team till the end of the season, and let's see what's going to be for us for next season.
United Talk says Fabrizio confirmed there were no secret talks. Kimi adds and says any link to anybody's spin, and I agree with that. Let me tell you what guys don't understand about the media space. When those guys are in a position where publicity is money, they will spend a lot of time to make sure that there is spin. You see, right now, they know that on 1st of February, there is a huge protest being organized by United fans. So they will try to bring confusion. They will bring confusion with secret talks. They will have meetings with Carrick to discuss about the team. They are going to ask Carrick about the player he wants. Actually, in our WhatsApp group, someone posted a screenshot about the same news that United want to sign a midfielder and they are going to ask Carrick which midfielder, or they don't want to sign a midfielder because they want to ask the next manager. Then I asked, the briefing has always been the club will not sign players for the manager or the head coach. They will sign players for the club. That's why they vetoed Amorim on Watkins and Emi Martinez. So now all of a sudden, it's dependent on the next manager or the next head coach. That is spin, creating that confusion. Last summer, the 1958, the same group wanted to organize a protest against Glazers and Ineos. Which media spin came up? Breaking news, and it started with Indy Kalia. Breaking news: United in talks with Carlos Baleba. What happened? The protests were cancelled simply because United were linked with Baleba, and it seemed to be happening. Okay, so when those guys are in position, anyone who's in a position where media influences the perception when it comes to money, they will spin a lot of news. Right now, there is confusion. I'm sure you guys have seen reports online that United want to sign a player. And then there's another report coming out that United are not going to sign a player unless it's a long-term deal. And the third report, based on transfers, is United won't make signings in January. So that keeps the fans guessing. Are United going to sign anyone? Are United going to wait for the new manager? It's spin. So when you see these talks about meetings, that Ineos are going to have meetings with Carrick to discuss about transfer targets, you wonder, what do they actually do during the day if they are briefing the media that they are going to have a meeting to discuss transfers? I mean, it's like you're in your workplace, you're telling your customers that the manager is going to have a meeting with cashiers to discuss about serving customers. Then what do you actually do the whole day? Because the job of a head coach and the sporting director is to discuss transfers day in, day out. So why are you briefing us that we need now we are seeing that they're discussing transfers? No, it's spin. Right now we are seeing talks of managers, the next manager, Dizabi, so and so, Kovac. And I'm telling you, that's all spin. That's all spin. Because they know they'll keep the fans guessing, the fans discussing. They'll keep spinning. When Amorim went on a 3-match winning run, what did Wilcox do? He had a whole interview discussing about the plan, discussing about the future and all that. When Amorim started struggling, why didn't he come out to say, we are going to support him, we are going to support this? So it's all spin.
Yeah, I agree with you. Tanje is saying that even if we go for Ndidi or Loftus Cheek, they're actually not even good replacements, or
they're short-term fixes.
Even on a short term.
Yeah.
Even on a short term, they're not good replacements. Kimi said it. He said, Kimi told me, was it around December 5th or so? He said, Casey, from now till Valentine, February 14, I don't forget that day because it's Valentine. He said, from now till February 14, you will see that United won't sign any single player. I was like, no, we must sign. And I think today we chatted, it was reminding me that, it's a few days to Valentine. We'll still
and don't be shocked. This feud between the legends and the players, like the feud between Scholes, Bat with Martinez, it's all engineered to keep the fans distracted. Don't be shocked. Honestly, don't be shocked. Because why is the club not coming out strongly to settle this?
Yeah.
Why are they not coming out to settle this? They came out to settle it when the fans were discussing about the ticket sales, the hiking of the ticket prices. They came out to discuss the thing about the stadium when fans said that Old Trafford will look like a big circus tent. They came out and said, we are going to redesign. So you have Paul Scholes, you have Nicky Butt, who sit in the director's box, who sit in the VIP box at Old Trafford, and you're allowing them to speak like that against a current player. And there is no statement coming out to say, we are going to stop you or we are going to ban you. There should be consequences, because you can't have that from your ex-players, who are also something that most United fans don't also realize. A lot of these ex-players are club ambassadors. They get sent out to represent the club. Let's say they have a tour, they have a preseason friendly. They go out and start making inroads by meeting podcasters, meeting media personalities. The club hasn't come out to settle this feud. They haven't. Then the other briefing we see, it's a briefing to tarnish Amorim's name. Like, senior club officials were not happy with Amorim's criticism of Dogu. Sir Alex Ferguson used to shout at these players. Fine, it wasn't in the media, but you used to give them the hair dryer treatment. Why didn't we hear when Amorim retired that senior club officials were unhappy with Ferguson's hair dryer treatment? You know, a lot of managers criticize their players in media, but we don't hear the club saying senior officials were unhappy. Senior officials were unhappy about Amorim's treatment of academy players. All of a sudden, Carrick goes to one academy game, and then now it's a whole video highlighting how Carrick, the new head coach, is going to academy matches. Why were they not taking similar videos of Amorim when he was going to watch academy matches? So it's all PR. And the sad thing is, United fans always gobble it up.
That's what I wanted to show you now. That's what I wanted to show you.
Yes.
He said Carrick in 1 week as United manager has attended more academic games than Ruben Amorim did in his entire spell. So somebody replied him, Ruben Amorim has been sacked for over 2 weeks now, yet the agenda is still there.
Is it from MUFC TP or something like that? An account called MUFC TP?
United updates.
Oh, okay.
United updates. The person now asks, if United's results are going bad, the British media, if Carrick's results start going bad, the British media won't say anything about Carrick's result. Instead, they will still find a way to blame Amorim. All those people cannot remember. Amorim attends. It is mandatory for. He did not say Amorim. He said it is actually mandatory for every coach to attend tennis player. Amorim attended Man United's academic game against Southampton. It is mandatory for every coach. Ole did it. Eric Ten Hag did it. Mourinho did it. Rangnick did it. Why is Carrick doing it? Making the headlines.
And it's now
because it's media spin. It's media spin. It's all PR. It's all PR. And what disappoints me the most, actually, that's why I say today I want to rant. Sorry, Fred, I'll give you a chance to also respond. The reason why I wanted to rant is United fans gobble it up like naive guys. They just see one post. Everyone is on the back of someone. Everyone is on the back of someone. You know, they don't actually go and dig for facts.
Yeah.
They don't go dig for facts. And then what also pisses me off to the core is now they'll go to FortMob or they go to SofaScore, take a screenshot of ratings and then say, you see. Right now, Barcelona fans are furious with Marcus Rashford. What did the United fans keep saying? Oh, Cunha is now you're saying Cunha is an upgrade to Rashford. Barcelona fans are complaining about Rashford. Garnacho scores a hat-trick or scores 2 goals versus a lower league team. Oh, you see, we made a mistake selling Garnacho. That's why I keep saying United fans either need to decide they are supporting Manchester United as a club, as a whole, or they are player FC, they are manager FC. Because, I mean, you look at the way these guys are treating our ex-head coach, the club itself. We've had all these briefings. He didn't attend academy matches. Oh, he spoke badly about academy players. Oh, he did this, he did that, he did this. And he was simply responding to questions the club allowed him to be asked. Whenever there is a press conference, the journalists are told, this is a gray area, this is a red zone, this is a green zone. You can ask these questions, you can't ask this. How many times have we seen PAs, the club PAs, tell journalists, no, he's not going to respond to that? How many times? Now, if now when Amorim walked out of that press conference, when he ranted, how many managers have we seen walk out of press conference? Doesn't Arteta do it? How many times did Klopp walk out of press conferences? So to me, I'm pissed off by a lot of United fans who are so emotionally volatile. They can't think on their own. They wait for someone else to dictate their mood. Everyone is hyped up about the City win. Now, when we lose versus Arsenal, trust me, there will be another Amorim versus Carrick war. There will be
Yeah,
another Amorim versus Carrick war.
yeah.
And
But
it's
like
all spin.
yeah, I keep saying it. If we must move forward as a club, as Manchester United, we should learn to support this club. Leave all this agenda. Leave all this any agenda. Like I keep saying, if my player, I love Ahmad, I love Bruno, but if it takes two of them to sit on the bench and we get results, I'm good with it. I don't want to do Bruno must play, Ahmad must play, Mino must play, this person must play. What we need to move forward as a club is get results, get the right management, get the right manager, leave all these extras. Everything, every other thing is extra. This media spin is extra. Focus on the football. Focus on the football. I think if you do that, we'll make headway. See,
Listen to this comment. Sorry to cut you short. Kimi App says something very, very interesting. I was actually going to highlight it. If we lose to Arsenal, then Amorim left a bad squad for Carrick.
Yeah,
But
that's what
be the headline. That's going to be the headline.
That's what they will say.
And if we win, Amorim was not good enough for Manchester United.
That's what they will say. That's what they will say.
Let me ask guys also in the comment section. I think Fred has been quiet for long. I've been unfair to Fred. I think I'm speaking a lot. But one question I'll ask.
He's been busy in the comment section.
Yeah, he's on the chat.
In and out.
Yeah. So one question I want to ask the United fans. You remember, Casey, when yourself, me, and United Talks were in the big debate, and I asked, guys keeps talking about Busby and Ferguson, but they don't know what happened in between the two managers. Yeah. So it's the same thing with United fans. They are chatting, they are responding as if Amorim was sacked this week, and then the City game was the next game. They are forgetting about being kicked out of the FA Cup and drawing to Burnley. They are forgetting those two games.
Yeah.
They are forgetting those two games. It's like that short history, that brief history between Amorim and Carrick is not existent. So the question is, why are we forgetting those two games? And now all of a sudden, United are back. Amorim was the problem with one game.
Maybe we'll just shut the negatives from the call. We don't want to hear those kind of things. We'll just shut the negatives. So speaking about media spin and narrations, I think it's we've stayed more than an hour. So speaking about media spin and narrations, I saw a video on United Talks. One of the interview, Carrick. They started asking him, "Will you love the money? Will you love the permanent job? Do you want to stay here?" It has started. This is how they sowed that seed into the fans. Try to get a feed and see what we're going to say. Now they've started sowing the seed. They're asking him instead of them to ask him how is the Arsenal game going to be? How are you guys preparing for the Arsenal game? The injuries, the updates. They started asking him, will you like to stay after the 6 months expires? Will he like to coach Manchester United? So let me ask us, if he does well, we'll go what the media wants. If he does well, do you think we should take Carrick? Let's say he does well.
Honestly, like I said in my last video, I'm waiting for the end of the season to know what plan this board has for Manchester United. Because you can all agree that they've set us 20 years back. They've just carried us back to the Stone Age in whatever building that they were trying to do. So now, if they decide to continue with Carrick, it's a good plan. My personal issue would be, would they support him? Would they want to actually continue what he has started if he does a good job? Or will they just leave him halfway, just like Amorim? So whoever they are going to just bring in, I hope that person is strong and is fierce enough to know what he wants, to state his demands and say, okay, yeah, this is what I want. This is how I want it to go. If you don't agree, I'm not going to sign to be the coach of Manchester United. And I don't think Carrick is that guy. Carrick is the yes sir kind of person. He's just going to agree to whatever the Manchester United board is going to tell him. So no, I don't think he's a good fit for a long term position. But if you are looking for quick success, I mean, Carrick is the guy. He's going to bring back the DNA. We are going to win some games. We might likely win the FA Cup or Carling Cup or whatever is there, but we will not win the league. So that's my take.
Well, for me, it depends on who's available for the head coach job. If you have guys like Tuchel, Nagelsmann, you have the likes of Dizabi available, Enrique available, would you really stick with Carrick? And it goes back to the same question we keep asking: what's the plan? Because clearly Ineos don't have a plan. Ineos have come in, yes, in other aspects they've performed well in terms of renovating Carrington, trying to make sure the club is afloat in terms of finances. But when it comes to actual footballing operations, they've been really poor. They've sacked, they've sacked and hired four managers in a span of 2 years. United have had 4 managers in a span of 2 years. United have finished 15th. Even under the Glazers, United didn't the lowest league finish under the Glazers was 8th. 8th. They've come in, they've been kicking out employees, they've kicked out managers, there is no transfer policy, there are no plans. So for me, even if they say that they are keeping Carrick, we need to see a plan. The team finished 15th, lost a Europa League final. We haven't seen the club react like a team that finished 15th. City have a new starting 11. Actually, they have 13 new players now since their last league win. Liverpool, to defend their title, spent $500 million to retain the title. United finished 15th, and guys are saying, oh, the team has 250 million worth of investment. What? Are you kidding me? You're equating 250 million for a team that finished 15th, for crying out loud. These guys don't have a plan. Sure, if Carrick performs well, if he gets top 4, he gets UCL, you can give him a try, because it might not be the same situation as Ole Gunnar. But as I'm saying, it's still early. It's only been one game. This is a discussion we should be having after 10 games. Once we see a run of consistent results after 10 games, then now we can start saying, okay, he's good enough, he understands the United way, whichever it means, the United DNA, whatever that means, and give him signings. But the club does not have a plan. The club needs fullbacks, it needs centre backs, it needs midfielders, it needs a striker. We are not seeing any activity. So for me, the manager is just a very, very small part of the larger problem. So I would keep him, but at the end of the day, as Fred has said, he needs to stand firm and tell them, first of all, don't give me a 3-year contract. Give me a 1-year contract, because I want to see what's your plan when it comes to the transfer window. If I was Carrick, if I was any other manager coming to United, just get a 1-year, 2-year contract and see what they do. Because if they are saying they're signing players for the club and not for the manager, then they actually need to do it. Because otherwise, United should be changing managers every 18 to 24 months.
Kimi is saying he doesn't want Carrick in the club ever as permanent coach. But Kimi, you know the way this board moves, they like something that is cheaper. You know, if Carrick gets us to Champions League, UCL, I mean that is actually a very good look for Carrick. Let's be frank, whether we like the coach or not. That means he has done very well. You understand? And the club might say, okay, you finish your contract as interim coach. You already know these players. They have a rapport with you. Can you continue with what you are doing? At least, like UKG said, 1 more year. Let's see. Then we'll get you so and so players. But the problem with this board is would they make that investment? Would they make that good investment? You understand?
No.
And those
No.
coaches that UKG also mentioned, if you want to call, if Luis Enrique is going to Manchester United, mind you, this Luis Enrique plays three at the back. You know the way his ball is set up. He needs those wing back, fast wing back. That means we'll have to reshuffle again and start. That means almost like Amorim system, like kind of football. Is that we will go back to that? If we want to stick with this current Manchester United DNA, whatever, that means we should get coach that can actually, like kind of continue with what Carrick is doing or grow it. That's my take. Don't bring a specialist coach. Bring a coach that can build on what Carrick is trying to study right now.
Can I give you another perspective? Let me give you another perspective, Casey. I want you to look at the top clubs. Look at Bayern, Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, City, Liverpool, Arsenal.
Yeah.
The reason as to why a serious manager would want to go to that club is because of the investment in the team. They first invest in the team, then now invest in the manager. Bayern have run through a lot of managers before they actually got to Company. Tuchel was there. They had a couple of managers before him. Some stayed 1 year, some stayed 6 months, some stayed 2 years. But the squad is still strong. You look at Real Madrid right now, any serious manager will want to go there because they have a good problem. For United, it's the other way around. Yeah, for United, it's the other way around. They want to invest in a manager first and then now bring the squad second. You look at Xavi Hernandez when he left Barcelona, they had invested in their squad. They had free transfers. They had academy players. They had built the core of the squad for any manager to come in and succeed. Chelsea, the same. They have built a very huge squad such that any manager coming in has the luxury to play any tactic they want. Same with Bayern, same with PSG. Now, United, you're bringing in a manager and then now you're asking that manager. And it has been happening for years. The manager comes, now you ask him, which squad do you want? We give him part of the squad. Sack him. Another manager comes on. What do you want? I don't want this. Get rid of players. So we start with managers, then players. But other clubs invest in players and now look for managers who can work with players.
Yes, yeah, I get it now. Like Kimi is saying, like Kimi is agreeing with you. He said the most important thing is plan, structure, and idea.
Yeah.
Once you have that, you said a very important point. Madrid have a good problem.
Yes,
Madrid
they have a good problem.
Yeah, yes. And Company was not a fantastic coach. He was never a fantastic coach. But they are good players. They are good players that even if you know 20%, you can actually manage them. You understand? And if the club have a plan, have a structure, then we can attract all these top coaches. Because without it, I don't think any good coach will come to United.
Now listen to this. I want you to listen to this list of former Bayern Munich managers. They've had Niko Kovac, 2018 to 2019. He won Bundesliga and DF Pokal double. And then he was sacked in 2021, where Julian Nagelsmann took over from 2021 to 2023. And he was sacked mid-season. Then guess who was next? Hansi Flick. No, sorry. From Niko Kovac, they went to Hansi Flick. Niko Kovac only had 1 season, won 2 trophies, was sacked. Then Hansi Flick took over. He won the sextuple. He won the Bundesliga, DFB Pokal, Champions League, UEFA Super Cup, FIFA Club World Cup, and DFL Super Cup. He was sacked. Julian Nagelsmann took over from 2021 to 2023. He was sacked mid-season. Look at those big names. The other big managers that Bayern have had, they've had Ottoman, they've had Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti. Listen to those names compared to the United names they've had. other than Jose Mourinho and probably Louis van Gaal, which other serious manager have United had?
It's so sad, so sad, and this is what they keep us doing every week, complaining, and ranting, ranting. Uh, anyway, let's talk about the Arsenal game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the Arsenal game, because if we talk about this board and structure and stuff, we won't go today. Let's talk about the
Oh,
Arsenal. Um, how do you think we're going to set up? Are we going to continue with the way we did against Man City? Do you think Carrick will set up the way he set up against Man City, or will he try something different? Is Sesko going to start? What do you guys think? Then you drop your predictions, of course.
okay. Let me go first. Um, if I'm Carrick, I will just maintain the lineup. Honestly, just maintain the way we started against City. Because on paper, right now, Arsenal is a better side than Manchester United. Regardless of how we want to look at it, they're a better side and they play better football, even if sometimes it's around football, but they play better football than us. So it will be good for us to catch them on the counter attack. It should be very good to catch them on the counter. I think where we'll struggle is converting every chance we have. Can we convert those chances? Can we make good use of those chances? That will be vital to how the game turns out in the end. If I'm going to do a prediction, I'm going to do 2-1. I'm going to do 2-1 in favor of Arsenal. We have Maguire back, so we might be able to contest with them with the corner kicks and the free kicks and all that. But generally, I think Arsenal should have the win. They should.
Okay, 2-1 Arsenal win.
Yeah, 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay. So UKG, Arsenal have been playing so well in the Champions League, unbeaten so far. In the league, yeah, they are 7 points clear of the table. They've been playing some anti-football recently. You said everybody have learned how to play the Pep style, and Arteta, his boy, is now playing anti-Pep style. So that's what everybody is playing. And it's been working out for them so far. It's working out for them. So what do you think? Against United, will they come out to play, or will they just sit back and allow us to play?
One thing I know is Arteta adapts based on the team he's facing. If he faces a team that's possession based, he adapts. If he's playing a team that is counter-attacking, he adapts. So Arteta has set up his team in a way that they can play multiple styles. They can approach the game in different ways within the game itself. For me, I would go for a draw, a 1-1 draw, a very tough 1-1 draw. One thing I've noticed about Arsenal is when Arsenal face highly aggressive teams that are playing high lines, they are playing low blocks, all that, but at the same time, they are very aggressive. Arsenal do struggle because what Arsenal do, the first few minutes of the game, they will bully teams. They will kick shins, they will elbow, they will try to manipulate the referee, they will pull shots and all that. But if they find a team that does the same to them, they struggle a lot. They struggle a lot. So what I would expect United to do is the same aggression they had versus City to continue with the same. Kick shins, elbow players, pull shots. The same haram football that Arsenal plays, they are unable to do it against that team. Because if you pull shots, they pull shots, Arsenal start getting frustrated. Like Zubimendi will put in a tackle, he gets a yellow, then he gets subbed off. One thing that I would want United to do in that game is to keep check of Declan Rice, because Declan Rice is the one who's orchestrating everything for Arsenal. You look at the City game, one thing that I was disappointed with Michael Carrick is Rodri was orchestrating everything in that game, and United were letting him loose. They were letting him run the show every other time. The last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it's when they realized, oh, Actually, Rodri is the one who's running the show. So what did they do? They assigned someone to stay with Rodri. So if United can be able to stick with Declan Rice, don't give him the time and space to roam. Play aggressive football, winning first ball, winning second ball, start balls, all that. Once Arsenal don't get into their rhythm, they struggle a lot. But that requires huge intensity from United. Because the Inter game last night, Arsenal were playing gear one, gear two. They didn't even play a higher gear. It's like they were walking around. Because Champions League, they'll get a lot of space. Like one of the goals they scored, the defender left the ball. Then the Arsenal player just came on and shot, went into the goal. So if you notice the games that Arsenal have struggled, it's when they face a highly aggressive team, a highly compact team. Because if you are honest, you look at the goals Arsenal are scoring, they are not like
Yeah.
the Pep kind of goals that tap in. No, they're either set pieces, they're either shots from far. When they face a lower block, they struggle to get chances. So what they do, you put a low block, they look for a set piece, a corner, and all that. But if they face a team that's aggressive, that tackles them high up, that's the other thing they do is, since they set up a very good mid block, they tend to shift numbers where the ball is. So let's say the ball is on the left, they'll have more players on the left trying to choke play, trying to close down pockets. So what United need to do is quickly, like the way they did tiki-taka around Ryan Chucky and got out of that situation. If United can do that and switch play to the other wing for the counter, Arsenal will be beaten cleanly. But if United decide to keep possession of the ball, Arsenal are good at choking play, closing down spaces, and they shift numbers. So when the ball is on the left, you'll find like 5, 6 players going to that side to choke that play, to close down those pockets of space. So one switch usually renders Arsenal useless, because what happens also, their defenders push way high up the pitch, leaving a lot of space in behind for the counter. And what they usually do when Arsenal are facing a counter, they start pulling shots. I just hope the referee on that day, Craig Pawson, will note those the shot pullings and actually give cards. So for me, I'd go for a 1-1, very tough 1-1 draw. But what I would expect is United to play a high aggressive football and keep switching play, because Arsenal keep pushing numbers towards where the ball is.
Yeah. I'll go for a 1-1 draw too. 1-1 is actually a good result. But if we win, I'll take it. If we win, I'll take it. It's going to be a difficult match. It's not going to be as easy as Manchester City.
Sure.
Like you said, Declan Rice is going to start. He's going to play. We know what he can do.
Yeah.
And Arsenal right now, if they'll come out to play us, they will try to win that game. Actually, they will try to win the game. If they win that game, that means they're as good as almost winning the EPL.
No, actually, if you look at Arsenal's games versus big teams, Arsenal don't want to have the ball. If you look at how Arsenal has played versus United, versus City, versus Liverpool, versus Chelsea, versus Newcastle, they don't want to have the ball. They don't want to keep possession. And when they get the ball, they are playing quick play, moving forward. They try to choke play. When they win it, they will want to just kick it forward, run, get a foul, get a goal. That's it. So that's why I'm saying United need to have that aggression. Like when Declan Rice gets the ball, don't allow him to look up. Don't allow him to have that space to turn and pass. Because Arsenal, as I say, they play different style of football depending on the opponent. If you look at the way they played versus City stuck deep, Arsenal stuck deep. No one wanted the ball, and that's why it was a boring game. If you remember the Arsenal City game, it was boring because neither teams did want the ball. City didn't want to have the ball; they wanted to play on the counter. Arsenal didn't want to have the ball; they wanted to play on the counter. So I'm seeing Kimi up saying 2-0 United. The game will be won in the second half from 75th minute. They get desperate and we counter. True, it can be like that. They can be weighing each other for the first 70 minutes, that boom, the game changes. Because Arsenal do know that if United win, then they are starting to bottle the league.
Kimi said 2-0. Kimi. Kimi, I like the spirit. 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 If we win 2-0, that would actually be great. That would
That would
actually. Then we can really start saying we are back. You know.
I won't say we are back.
Okay, guys. We've stayed 1 hour 30 minutes.
Yeah,
1
that's
hour
true.
30 minutes.
Now listen. You remember what you were saying about media spin? Yeah.
Yeah.
Amorim never left the training ground to watch a single academy match during his 14 months as head coach. Amorim caught part of one match that took place behind closed doors at Carrington, 3 pitches down from where he was taking his first team training. Does it really matter whether he attended games or not? Does it really matter? If we are being honest. Why now? Why now and not when he was manager?
It has no bearing on the first thing. Just let the man be.
The other thing is, listen to this. Manchester United are keen to bringing Marcus Rashford back after being impressed with his recent form and have already opened discussions.
That would be a mistake. That would be a very massive.
No. That would it's just to destabilize the squad.
That would be a blunder.
No, I'm telling you guys, it's media spin. It's media spin. Barcelona have already indicated they will sign him. So why are they opening discussions? He's already a United player. Let's now discuss this logically. He's already a United player. He's under contract at United. Why are you opening discussions? He's your player. He's your player. So why are you? It's a loan deal. It's not a transfer with a buyback clause. It's a loan deal. You can easily cancel the loan deal and tell him, okay, get on with it. Barcelona already declared intentions to keep him. So why are you opening discussions for him to come back and play and he's out on loan? Do you guys see why it doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
That's media spin.
Serious media spin. They know what they are doing here.
Yeah. Barca are trying to get him on a cheap deal. Media confusion left, right, and center. United talks. Yeah, and this is what I was saying. Now you'll see. Let me go. I don't know whether I can be able to share this, guys. Let me see whether I can be able to share this screen. I think I'll be. So let me read some of the comments. The circle of life. When will you lot learn? Never go back. Hardly ever works. We can't be regressing now. His heart isn't with United. He took a pay cut to join them, but he never felt it one day at United. If the idiots running the club will bring back that entitled rat, they can forget about achieving anything in the next 5 to 10 years. He will infect the dressing room again with his entitlement and player before the club mentality virus. It's a tactic for Barcelona to get the pay cut. Bring him back. Listen, this guy is actually asking the same question I'm asking. Why do we have to open discussions? He's already our player. He's already United's player. So why are you opening discussions?
The media just wants to spin. They want to spin and spin and spin and spin. He's their boy, so they are going to do everything to make him feel like he's the alpha and omega of Manchester United.
Or whatever spin they're spinning, he shouldn't come back to Old Trafford. He shouldn't come back to Old Trafford.
Well, he shouldn't, but like I always say, there's nothing beyond this board. Yeah. I would not be shocked, honestly. With this board, I don't know what to expect because the way they are moving is just funny. So honestly,
I'm just imagining we'll just stay here one day. We'll see Loftus Chicken Manchester United jersey. It's going to be so funny.
you know that thing is frustrating because I remember I mentioned about big clubs, Bayern, Real Madrid, all those clubs. Can you imagine United one day, one time back then, it used to be among the top 3 clubs with top 4 clubs, top 5 clubs with Bayern, Barcelona. I remember it was usually Real Madrid number 1, number 2 Barcelona, number 3 Manchester United, and then number 4 Bayern, and so on and so forth. Now imagine now Real Madrid or Bayern going for Loftus-Cheek.
No wonder they said secret. They were too ashamed to say it. Because how can you be linked with Loftus-Cheek?
Kimi Abs is saying United should bring Felipe Melo from retirement, since we are clueless. You might as well, since United don't have a midfielder, you might as well give Carrick the United shirt and ask him to become player manager.
He will still play. Carrick will still play. Let's. I don't want it. Go for it. Let's Casemiro get injured or something. Carrick will go and get Jesse.
But if they went and asked Paul Scholes to come back from retirement, who knows?
Yeah.
Paul Scholes did come out of retirement and played in the FA Cup. His second debut.
That's true.
You can imagine Wilfred Ndindi. Secret talks.
That was like the weirdest news I read.
Wilfred last 4 years. He was linked
exactly. Why now?
In his prime, we didn't get him. It's 4 years later we want to get him.
Very, very funny something.
Could have gotten when he was in his prime.
Yeah, and you know, United have money to buy players. And the money they need, they don't need to buy a 50 million, 60 million, 70 million midfielder. There are midfielders who are available for 10 million, 15 million, 20 million. Readily available. They are good midfield, like Valencia. Valencia have good midfielders. You know, Villarreal have good midfielders. Yeah. You can easily go for them. Joao at Wolves. He's good. Go get him for 40 million. But at the end of the day, United don't want to spend money because they are waiting for the new SCR rules. If they spend 60 million now, because if Semenyo was not available, you want to tell me now all of a sudden there is no money?
Exactly, no money. There's no money. This club is just a mess.
It's a circus. Yeah, Javi Guerra is easily available for 45 million, 44 million. Yeah. And then the other thing is, these guys keep talking about academy, bring academy kids, play academy kids. Why are they not then bringing in academy kids to fill in positions?
These guys, I don't know whether it's because of injuries. Sene Kone, or what's his name? Very good young player.
Kone is not the only midfielder in the academy.
There are plenty of.
Yeah, there are plenty. Now imagine we'd rather play Brian Mbumo at striker instead of Chidobe, and we keep talking about academy. So you'd rather play Chidobe Brian Mbumo as a striker versus Man City than bring up Chido. And then you keep telling us the Amorim didn't trust academy kids just because of Kobe Mino.
No. Now they won't blame it on the coach. They will look for excuse. You know, the boys needs to train more. They need to work hard.
United talks. You are saying Kone is not ready. No, according to United fans, Kone is ready.
Yes, so there are many.
They are all ready.
It is in Manchester United's DNA to play academy kids. It is in the DNA. So you need to bring all those players to come and replace. Like right now, if Dogu and Shaw get injured, go get academy kids. Play them there.
I read somewhere. I don't know how legit that's. I think the Amas is back. Harry Amas. I don't know how legit.
Yeah, also Toby Collier is back. Although he's injured, he shouldn't go out on loan. He should now play. You know, the Fletcher brothers, Jim Thwaites, Scanlon, all of them should play. Just get rid of Ugarte, sell Ugarte, Go into the academy, get those kids to come and play. If we keep saying about United DNA, so it's just frustrating. Fans know more than the head coach. Fans know more than the guys running the club. So imagine playing a winger as a forward and not complaining that we have forwards in the
We have
academy,
forward.
but they will
Yeah.
make noise. They will make noise about Kobe. But Chido has been scoring 50 plus goals in the academy. Or Chido is an Arsenal ex-player. He does not have United DNA. So anyway, my final thoughts before we end the discussion. Fans need to be grounded. Fans need to be grounded. Dig data for yourself. Dig facts for yourself. Don't take someone's opinion as truth. The sad reality we live in nowadays is we are living in the age of extremes. You are either with us or against us. The middle ground of let's agree to disagree no longer exists. And we've seen it with the left wing, the right wing, the woke, the unwoke. It's that way. Like, for example, you've seen Nicholas and his words and my words. So it's like I'm with him or I'm against him. It's a point where even when you got on X, when you say you supported Amorim, you are against us. You are against us. You are not a United fan. How can you support a manager who won once a month the last 14 months? And then when you say something like he was a Manchester United manager, I wanted him to succeed, then you are told you are not a true Manchester United fan. So it's wrong for me to want someone aligned to the club to succeed. But it's right for you to want someone who works for the club to fail or to get sacked. You see that point of view? So me supporting someone for him to succeed, it's wrong. But for you wanting someone who works for the club you love, you want him to fail, it's okay. That is the way to go. So guys need to dig facts for themselves. They need to actually have that, what is it called? Critical thinking. They need to have emotional IQ, emotional quotient, EQ, that is, sorry. They need to have EQ and actually don't take someone's opinions as facts.
As fast, yeah.
You see? And that's why you find that someone like Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt can say something about Martinez, and then they start spinning it to seem like they were criticizing performance. But when you look at the context, they were criticizing his height.
Height, yeah, his height.
They were not criticizing his performance. I didn't see Martinez put in a poor performance the last few games.
At all.
At all. And then you find there are guys who are saying, no, they are club legends. They've won titles. Martinez should also win titles. He has no right to clap back. He has no right to talk to legends. But what's the context? The context is mocking him because of his height, not mocking him because of performances. So we live in that age where you are either with me or against me, and that's it. So United fans need to be grounded. It's been only one game. Stop being delusional. We've seen it from Arsenal fans where they keep saying this is our season. They fail. They say next season they fail. No, it's been only one game. So stay grounded. Don't be delusional. And at the end of the day, opinions are not facts. Facts are things you cannot change. Opinions, they can be swayed. If you follow the big accounts, they say that they don't like Amorim. You also follow suit because at one moment in time you are disappointed. No. For guys, I can't say this, for guys who actually wanted Amorim to succeed, they are tired of the cycle. They are tired of hiring and sacking managers, starting a project, stopping it midway, starting another one. That's what made us tired. So we really wanted Amorim to win, not because of him being Amorim, but him being a Manchester United manager. That's what we wanted. So that's my final thought.
Yeah, yeah. Fred, what is your final thought?
I'm going to have to agree with UKG. He has just said everything I would want to say. But just to add a little to it is the fact that it's just draining trying to convince Manchester United fans on the right way to think, because like we've established, there are factions in the club. Amorim in, Amorim out. Now it's Carrick in, Carrick out. Everybody has an agenda. Our ex players are running circles around us. The board is playing with our emotions. Even the players sometimes they just do what they like, and that's why we have player FC. So a lot is going on that it tends to just close our eyes to the fact that we are gradually declining, and as fans we have to come together to support this club and to take us to where we want to be or where we were before, which is winning. So it's going to be a while, but we have to be grounded as fans first. As fans, we have to do our job, which is to support the club. It's not about Amorim, it is not about Carrick, it's not about the players, it's about the club. We want to see the club succeed in football, not just building the stadiums and earning money for the club and just eating the money and just siphoning money. No, we want to see them excel, win trophies. We want those good times to come back to us. And if we can get there, come together as one and achieve this, it's going to be a big plus. So I mean, we should use our platforms to keep on trying to, help fans to be grounded, just help them to think right, because most persons do not think right. They just follow the agenda. They follow the top analysts and listen to whatever they say.
Yeah,
Sometimes that their emotions, they're emotional at that point. They are angry, they are too excited, they are too happy. So they say some things and the fans are like, yes, this is what it is. No verification whatsoever, no trying to, take a step back and think. Just like UKG corrected you on the Kunha something. Kunha was at the point you didn't feel like Kunha was all that, but he has proven everybody wrong that okay, yes, I can be that player that you can rely on. So we should just take a step back sometimes and then also help majority of the fans, because I feel like there are plenty of them. The majority of Manchester United fans are very toxic and they do not think in the right direction. So we can help them with our platform to think right. Then we are heading in the right direction.
yeah, yes. I agree with what you said. There was a comment on UKG. There was a comment on our post on YouTube. That's the stream with United Talks, the one we
Yep.
did. Yeah, so the person said, it was just a random person. He said, "Oh my God, I'm so happy." That's when we were talking about the United DNA. He said,
Mm.
uh, he said, "Very good stuff, guys. There is so much false narratives out there. Very refreshing and common. You understand? So,
Mm.
like you said, guys, you follow Fred, you follow UKG, you follow me. Here we try to keep it real. We don't insult. We just have a conversation. Um, yeah. Sometimes I try to get emotional. UKG say, "Nah, you come now." you know?
I also get emotional. Like
We
Yeah.
all do, we all do.
we all do, but at the end of the day, we are saying, calm down. As
Yeah.
human beings, we react. Like Casey, you've seen me react
Yes. Yes.
during
Yes.
games. Then after the game, I come and say I was wrong. For
Yes.
example, if Carrick gets top four, if Carrick even wins the Premier League for some reason, let's say he goes on a 16-game winning run, if
Yeah.
the next manager comes and plays with the same squad and wins the title, I will come on here and say I was wrong. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
The club is doing well.
yes,
That's the most
for
important thing.
us, we get emotional. We
Yeah.
are human beings. We are not stone walls. We
Yeah.
get emotional. But what you are saying is, if you get emotional, also what you say, be accountable. Just say I was wrong. That's
Yeah.
it. For
Yes.
example, like Scholes and Nicky Butt should have come and said, "Oh,
Uh, True.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We were wrong. We were
They
wrong.
actually doubled down on what they said.
Yes. Just come out and say, I was wrong. Simple as that. I was wrong. And there are many things that KCU and I have come on stream and said we were wrong.
Yeah.
And it ends that discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, as Kimi Yap says, let's not forget Ineos out and Glazers out. That's yeah. At the end of the day, it's Ineos out, Glazers out.
Yes. I think they just do that to keep us divided so that we won't focus on the goal, which is Glazers out, Ineos out. They like the division. So I employ every Manchester United fan. When you enter any Manchester United conversation, like Nicholas came with, he came with different
all guns blazing.
Say something, he will counter it. That is not how to enter into a conversation. It's like come into a conversation with an open mind so that you can actually assimilate what is being said. If you here in this channel, in this platform, we welcome opposing views. Just drop it. Yes, we'll talk about it. You understand? We can't tell you to shut up when you want to say something about what you think. It's your opinion. You understand? It's your opinion. So just drop it. UKG we actually read it. Why he didn't paste it on the screen is because if you want your comments to come up on the screen, you go to YouTube. So that actually,
like Evans Pemba there.
You understand?
Yeah.
So he will put it up. He will put it up. Just drop your views and drop your comments. He will bring it up. Then we'll have a conversation. You understand? I talk, you talk, we listen. You understand? Thank you guys for joining. Kimi, Tanje, United Talks, everybody that joined on TikTok, on YouTube. Thank you guys for joining. And of course, we do this every Wednesday. And we'll try to be having to keep it interesting, so that you're not just seeing our face. Last time we had it to the United Talks. We'll keep it build to so that you guys will get to know this. Or most of our friends that are Manchester United fans, there's a couple of them, and they are good.
Yeah.
Of course, they know their stuff very well. They know their stuff very well. So thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you next. You said you are going to do a watch along.
Yes, we are going to do a watch along. The game is on Sunday, so we are going to do a watch along on Sunday. We're going to do a watch along on Sunday.
Okay. So,
and as well as guys, in case you are not aware, the likes of Fred United, Tanje, Kimi, Fred, they do have a lot of TikTok lives. They get into a group, they discuss about United. Head over there and get involved. I most of the time I do tune in. I listen to their discussions. Also, KC Reacts usually has similar discussions. So we like, as KC has said, we like also supporting each other. They come on UKG, I go on their platform, because we are trying to build an African United community as well. So support us. I want to appreciate my Nigerian brothers for the support they've given me. Huge support building this platform. And it's not easy, but it can be done. It can be done. To finalize, as I click the end, because I have all the power. Let me do like Donald Trump. I have all the power to end the stream. Let me say, as Fred has said on TikTok, no banter or unnecessary argument. Let's be civil. We all support the same club. Okay, guys. Thank you. Cheers and bye-bye.
All right.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.